Hey there, Saints. Pastor Dave here, and welcome to another weekly devotional for all the Saints. I'm going to start again today with a reading from C.S. Lewis. This one is from Mere Christianity, and it's about the results of our choices. People often think of Christian morality as a kind of bargain in which God says, if you keep a lot of rules, I'll reward you, and if you don't, I'll do the other thing. I do not think that is the best way of looking at it. I'd much rather say that every time you make a choice, you are turning the central part of you, the part of you that chooses, into something a little different than it was before. And taking your life as a whole, with all your innumerable choices, all your life long, you are slowly turning this central thing into either a heavenly creature or a hellish creature. Either into a creature that's in harmony with God and with other creatures and with itself, or else into one that is in a state of war and hatred with God, and with its fellow creatures and with itself. To be the one kind of creature is heaven, that is, it is joy and peace and knowledge and power. To be the other means madness, horror, idiocy, rage, impotence, and eternal loneliness. Each of us, at each moment, is progressing to the one state or the other. I came across this idea in Lewis's writings when I was a teenager, and he really fleshes this out in a narrative work called The Great Divorce. But I just found this so helpful as a corrective to my idea that heaven and hell are basically the cosmic reward and punishment structure that I think a lot of Christians believe in. I think many of us have this expectation that, or this picture, this concept of God, that he's out there somewhere pouring rules onto our universe and watching to see whether or not we follow them. And if we do, then God will reward us. If we don't, then God will punish us. Lewis paints this picture a little differently, and I like the way that he shows this as God not standing outside, but God underpinning our reality. God is the foundation of our moral understanding. And as we make choices, we're either aligning ourselves with God's reality or we're rejecting it. As we make choices, we're either moving closer towards what God wants us to be or we're moving farther away. And so in the end, we aren't in a position where God needs to judge and assign, one of us goes here, one of us goes there. We've already put ourselves into those categories. We've already separated ourselves from God, if that's the choice that we've made. Or we've already chosen to come closer to God throughout the course of our lives. And so it turns out, at least this is the way that I see it, heaven and hell are the destinations that we choose for ourselves. And God is not the one who is, who is in the back, who is deciding whether we deserve it or not. It's a matter of, do we want to be with God or not? And based on the choices that we make throughout our lives, we become either a person who wants to be in harmony with God or a person who wants nothing to do with God. Saints, I hope that that's helpful for you as a kind of a shift to your thinking. I hope that that's a useful way for you to consider the impact of the choices that you make on yourself, on who you're becoming. And I hope that as you consider that, you will find yourself moving closer and closer to God. Hope you're having a good week and staying well. I will see you again soon. Take care, friends.